Hi, welcome to the channel. Today is the second day of the third chapter, that is Follow Your Passion, Maybe. Let's start. It all sounds so simple. Pick something you love and build a business around it, the way Gary and Megan did. Charging, but it really that easy? As you might expect, the real answer is more complex. Building a business around a passion can be a great fit for many people, but not everyone. In the rush to pursue a passion, a number of things tend to get left out. First, you can't pursue just any passion. There are plenty of things you may be passionate about that no one will pay for you. Remember the all important lesson of convergence we have been looking at throughout the book. You must focus on continually on how your project can help other people and why they will care about what you are offering in the first place. I like to eat pizza, but no matter how passionate I am, it's doubtful I could craft a career around my love for mushrooms and black olives. Instead, I had to find something more interesting to the rest of the world. Sometimes a false start precedes a successful micro business. In Reno, Nevada, Minu Forgery created a QDT network best known for her signature show Grammar Girl. The show was a huge hit almost from the beginning, spanning a line of books, related programs, and non-stop media attention. But before she was Grammar Girl, Minio pursued a similar idea in an unsuccessful attempt to build popularity through podcasting. Here's how she tells the story. Before I launched the successful Girl podcast, I was the host of a science podcast called Absolute Science. I loved doing that show and I was passionate about it. I actually put more effort into promoting that show than I did for the Grammar Girl podcast. And although Absolute Science was well received, after doing it for nearly a year, it was clear that the show was never going to make enough money to make it worth the time required to produce it. Minu changed course, trading science for grammar. The answer was to abandon her passion altogether, but to make sure she connected the right passion with the right audience. Absolute science, passion, but not enough audience. Grammar Girl, passion and a substantial audience. Next, many successful follow your passion business owners understand an important principle that aspiring and unsuccessful business owners don't. The missing piece is that you usually don't get paid for your hobby itself. You get paid for helping other people pursue the hobby for or for something indirectly related to it. This point is critical. I began my writing career by sharing stories about a quest to visit every country in the world, but I don't get paid for that. I have to create value in my business the same way anyone else does. Without real value, I won't get paid, and the travel would be just a hobby, albeit a passionate one. Let's look at another example. Benny Lewis. Benny Lewis, originally from Ireland, likes to say he gets paid to learn languages. Benny's story is inspiring. He makes more than $65,000 a year, reports to no one, and goes from country to country, immersing himself in different cultures. But as we look at the story more carefully, we find that there's more to it. I first met Benny on a layover in Bangkok. Benny doesn't drink, which is probably a good thing because he is possibly the most naturally enthusiastic person I have ever met. Over a couple of mango juices, he told me his story. 24 years old, Benny had been traveling abroad for the past 2 years. As a child, he spoke only English. He graduated with an engineering degree and no known aptitude for foreign languages. Moving to Spain after graduation and consulting with clients back home, he became determined to learn Spanish. 6 months into his stay in Seville, however, Benny uh, felt frustrated with still not knowing the language, spending most of his time with a group of expatriates and Spaniards who spoke English. He decided to speak only Spanish for an entire month with no exceptions. At first, it was awkward and embarrassing. He didn't know how conjugate verbs. So he just used the present tense and wildly waved his arms behind him to indicate that something had already happened. But the funny thing about using only another language is that you learn it much more quickly than when you rely on English as a backup. Within a few weeks, Benny was speaking comfortably. The month long immersion was much better than the 6 months before it, and he was now hooked on learning other languages. He moved to Berlin and learned German, then to Paris to learn French, and then to Prague to learn Czech, a notoriously difficult language. Putting his engineering career on hold, Benny started traveling and never stopped working at short term consulting jobs to pay the bills wherever he could. With his non stop energy, he got up in the middle of the night for conference call in North America. Being single and not drinking made it easy to live on a small amount of money, but it was obvious that Benny had a great skill to share with the world. His message to everyone who would listen. By this point, the whole bar of experts had heard about it was that anyone can learn another language even if you think you aren't gifted or spoke only one language as a child. Benny's method was based on proven success. Within 2 years, he had learned even 7 languages fluently and regularly tested himself with native speakers he met while traveling. Once he once in a while, he tutored someone in language learning, but the approach was scattershot. Benny, your skill is amazing. I said when I met him that night in Bangkok. Why don't you get more serious about teaching this method to more people? To be fair, I can't take much credit for pushing him. Benny had been thinking about the idea for a while, and many other people had gathered around the bar at that point, encouraging him. He toyed with a few different names for the idea before hitting on the perfect one. Fluent in 3 months, everyone raised a bottle of beer in approval while Benny sipped his juice. Just as soon as he learned Thai, his eighth language, he would get to work outlining everything he knew about language hacking. The vision was solid, but the work was tough. Benny struggled with fitting everything he knew into a collection of documents, videos, and interviews. He kept waiting for it to be perfect, and then he kept waiting. I finally just had to give up on perfection and get the thing out the door. He said later, The course is now available in 8 languages, all taught by Benny himself naturally. To market fluent in 3 months, Benny made YouTube videos giving a tutor of his apartment in 5 languages, including different dialects. He stood on street corners in various countries and sang in the national language, dressing up in native costume and offering free hugs. When I ran into him next in Texas, he was wearing a set of goggles on top of hat. Oh, what's with the goggles? I asked. His answer was typical. I wear them when I travel to so people will ask why you are wearing those. Then I have an easy way to get to know them and try to learn their language. Benny Wu says he gets paid for learning languages, but as you can see, there's more to the story. He actually gets paid for helping people. True, the inspirational side is important. People enjoy watching and sharing his videos, but without the helpfulness, he would just be the sober Irishman who speaks a lot of languages, and there would be no business model. Along with first understanding that not every passion makes a good business, and then realizing that businesses and hobbies are often distinct. There's one more important point. You may just not want to combine your hobby with your work. If the hobby or passion serves as an important stress reliever from your day job or other commitments, are you sure you want to assume full time responsibility for your body? Some people find that it's better to keep their passion separate from their work. Review the reality checklist below to see if a fellow your passion business is a good idea for you. Benjamin Franklin, an old school entrepreneur, put it this way: if passion drives you, let reason hold the range. Reality checklist question for you. Instead of just during your free time, would you enjoy pursuing your hobby at least 20 hours a week? Do you enjoy teaching others to practice the same hobby? Do you like the ins and outs, all the details of your hobby? If you had to do a fair amount of administrative work related to your hobby, would you still enjoy it? Question the marketplace. Have the other people asked for your help? Are you enough other people willing to pay, gain, or otherwise benefit from your expertise? Are the other businesses serving this market usually a good thing, but not in the same way you would? When I asked our group of unexpected entrepreneurs about the follow your passion model, I frequently heard a nuanced, almost no one said, yes, you should always follow your passion with wherever it leads. Similarly, almost no one dismissed the idea out of hand. The nonce comes from the idea that passion plus good business sense creates an actual business. To understand how passion can sometimes translate into a profitable business, look at the chart on on page 52. In addition to passion, you must develop a skill that provides a solution to a problem. Only when passion emerges with a skill that other people value can you truly follow your passion to the bank. Passion, skill, problem, and opportunity. Gary. Passion, international traveler. Skill, books, high value award tickets. Problem, lack of industry transparency, perceived difficulty. Opportunity, Gary books award tickets for clients who lack time and knowledge. Benny. Passion, language learning. Skill, learns languages and has a proven teaching system. Problem, proper want to learn languages but have failed through traditional methods. Opportunity. Penny breaks down the barriers and provides a solution. Megan, handmade dresses and wedding accessories. Skill, custom handicraft and build relationship over a long period of time. Problem, brides want something special and handicraft. Opportunity, Megan supports a once in a lifetime one hopes occasion. Minion, Minui, clear writing and use of the English language. Skill, communicates grammar rules in a fun way. Problem, perception that studying grammar is difficult or boring. Opportunity, Minui educates her audience through stories and examples. Another way to think about it is passion plus skill tends to problem plus marketplace is equal to opportunity. Although it is important, passion is just one part of the equation. If Gary's skill at booking a what ticket suddenly disappeared, it won't matter how passionate he is about travel. No matter how passionate Megan is about her dresses. If a willing marketplace that didn't exist that is eager to buy them, she couldn't be in business. The next step is to transfer your passion into a business model. Everyone we have met thus far has used a slightly different business model to monetize his or her project. So let's look at how each of these four examples crashed in. Gary is paid through a set fee currently $250 for his specialized consulting service. Benny sells a direct product language hacking guide for a fixed price from his website. Megan also sells a direct product custom dresses and wedding accessories, but her pricing is variable. Minui provides her popular product podcast service for free to listeners underwritten by advertising and sponsorship. Each model has a specific strength and disadvantages. Gary makes $250 at a time, but then has to earn the fee by arranging someone's travel. Benny tells his guide for just $29, but the process is automated and he doesn't have to do anything after the money comes in. Megan sells a variety of products and also owns the co-working space, so her income is diversified. But the main project of making wedding dresses is labor intensive. Minions, sponsors, provides provide reliable, regular income, but she loses a certain amount of control by introducing advertising in her communication to the audience. Despite the differences, the core goal for each of these approaches is finding a right kind of product or service for the right group of people. Without the right fit, none of the projects would be successful. But when you find the formula, there's no denying that a business built on the right kind of passion can be highly successful. In Venice, California, Gariella Reading built $1 million hula hoop business after losing weight through hooping. Before that, she was a tattoo artist and then a restaurant owner. I am an artist, she told Forbes magazine. Artists are serial entrepreneurs because we have to figure out ways to sell our works. It's either that or you become a starving artist, and I am not a starving artist. Compared with working just to make a living, it's much easier to do what you love and get paid for it. You just have to find the right passion, the right audience, and the right business model. Key points. As in the examples of Gary and Benny. Good businesses provide solutions to problems. What do I do with all these extra frequent flyer miles? How can I easily learn a new language? Many follow your passion businesses are built on something indirectly related, not the passion or hobby itself. When considering an opportunity, ask where is the business model? Not every passion or hobby is worth building into a business, and not everyone will want to have a business that is based on a passion or hobby. You can establish a specialized consulting business in one day. The more specific, the more better. And today is the end of the third chapter. We will start the fourth chapter in next session. If you are new on the channel, subscribe the channel and press bell icon so that you will get notification without new notification about new video upload. Don't forget to like and share with your friends and relatives. That will enhance the knowledge and how to start a business. Thank you so much.